Hi, I'm Andrew Conway, and thanks for logging on to this important update about the future of financial advice reforms. These reforms have just been announced by the Minister for Financial Services, the Honourable Bill Shorten, and we thought this was a good opportunity for us to talk to members directly about these important changes, because they are probably the most important and most significant changes to impact accountants in practice for some time. So what we thought we would do as part of this presentation is run through what the Minister's announcement is, and then importantly what you should be doing now and what you should be thinking about doing as part of your practice. So let's run through quickly what that announcement is, and of course it's available through our website and also on the Minister's website for more information. But importantly, the Minister has announced a new licensing regime for accountants. So I'm sure many accountants will be aware, most accountants will be aware, that from 2002, accountants have been able to provide limited advice in relation to the structure of self-managed super funds, or SMSFs. That carve-out, as it was referred to of Financial Services Reform Act, was the mechanism for members to provide that advice and have the conversation with clients around self-managed super funds. In actual fact, in reality, the carve-out was deemed not to work in practice, and so the discussion started in around April 2010 with a couple of ministers ago about the options for reforming that licence and that carve-out. And so accountants were engaged, the professional body, the Institute of Public Accountants, was engaged at that time with the government to come up with the options for reform. And that dialogue has been going on now for over 24 months. So it's been a very long process, very many submissions to government, and a lot of discussions directly with the Minister and Treasury and ASIC. But we're very pleased that it seems as though that lobbying and advocacy that the Institute of Public Accountants has played has been listened to and responded to by Minister Shorten. So we commend the proposals and certainly are keen for them to move into the regulation phase. But the important element is that accountants from July 2013 will be brought into the Australian Financial Services licensing regime, and that will be an accountant's specific licence that will enable members to provide general advice to clients and broaden, if you like, the discussion that members can have with their clients. And those areas of reform, importantly, will cover off items such as advice on self-managed super funds and superannuation funds in general, general and life insurance advice, basic deposit products and simple managed investment schemes. And we believe that is an important step forward to enable the accounting profession and accountants to provide greater access to their clients around this important area of advice. And that is general advice that accountants can now or will be able to provide under this new regime. So an important reform that we believe should be welcomed. Some other elements contained in the Minister's announcement relate to the audit of self-managed super funds, and the government will be introducing a licence regime to regulate the provision of audit services to the self-managed super fund regime. In general, that will apply to those accountants or people providing the audit services to fewer than 20 self-managed super funds. So if you're engaging in audit services of less than 20 self-managed super funds, the government will require members to undertake a competency-based examination. But for those members, importantly, who are performing more than 20 self-managed super fund audits, there will be an exemption from that requirement to sit the competency-based exam. So we think that is a practical solution to an issue that has received much airplay. So the important elements of reform as part of this package is a broadening of the capability of accountants, public accountants, to provide general financial advice to their clients. So making more financial advice more readily accessible to clients, and we think that is certainly in the public interest, and if you like, restores the balance against the carve-out which actually disturbed the balance in the profession and skewed it in the wrong way. So more accountants providing more advice to more Australians, we believe, is a very good thing. And importantly, there will be a range of transitional arrangements in place. And where the Institute of Public Accountants comes into the regime specifically is it will be brought in as one of the 3 prescribed bodies that if a member holds a practicing certificate, a valid practicing certificate with the Institute of Public Accountants, those people will be deemed to be qualified for registration purposes as part of this new restricted accountant's licence. And so that is an important message, that if you hold a practising certificate, if you're a member of the My Public Accountant Network that we've just launched, your maintenance of that membership, your renewal of that membership is critical to maintain currency. So you must renew that membership as soon as possible to ensure that you maintain that currency of membership. And so some of the questions might be, what do you need to do now, and what of these reforms, and where to from here? Well, as members might be aware, that we have just launched the My Public Accountant framework, the new My Public Accountant Network, which is now a network, a franchise concept without the franchise fee for all of our members in practice. Over 3,500 individual practices now falling under the banner of My Public Accountant to support the broader brand. And this reform that the Minister has announced will dovetail directly into our financial services platform. So if you haven't come across our financial services platform, we suggest strongly that members engage with our website and have a look at that financial services platform, which provides access to a range of licensing options through our principal partners in that space of AXA, or AMP and MLC. So please jump online and have a look at those licensing options for those who want to provide specific product-related advice to their clients. But importantly as well, as part of the My Public Accountant network and platform, we've introduced a My Public Accountant Professional Indemnity Insurance Program and platform as well. And so if one of the requirements as part of this new accountant's licence will be to maintain a range of registrations and a range of obligations, and one of those is of course PI insurance. And we have sourced through CGU and brought internally and brought in-house the insurance solution. So if you haven't yet contacted Phil de Rosario in our head office, please contact Phil for a quote today about your PI requirements. In almost every case there's been substantial savings on the premium, but importantly there's also an incentive to members who take out a policy through the My Public Accountant Insurance Solutions with a member discount for their member fees. So do contact Phil de Rosario on 03 8665 3139 for a quote. So that's the PI component of the platform as well. But importantly, as I said before, the key messages around this announcement are for members to firstly renew, to read and to learn. And those elements are: renew your membership now to maintain currency for the 12-13 financial year, which will assist in the transition through to the new accountant's licence regime. So that will be your ticket into this new licensing regime. So it's absolutely imperative that members renew their membership and their practice certificate this year. And you can do that by visiting our website as well, and we'll provide you these links to do that. To read about the future of financial advice reforms and the lobbying the Institute has undertaken on your behalf, that's also available through our dedicated web page on our homepage as well. And importantly, to learn more about it. And we will be holding on Tuesday, the 26th of June at 2:30 p.m, a specified online training session to bring you up to date with these important reforms. So do log on to our website and register today for that event. It's a limited opportunity to hear directly from the Institute about the immediate challenges and the immediate issues about your practice and transitioning into this exciting new area through the accountant's licensing regime. And so finally, thank you very much for your ongoing support through what has been a very extensive advocacy process. We're very pleased that the leadership that the Institute of Public Accountants has taken with our counterparts in the other bodies has now proven to be effective, and the Minister has responded. We'll continue to work with the government through the evolution and the development of the regulations and the exposure draft process, and importantly the competency-based tests for the self-managed super fund audit process. But as I said, importantly, for more information about all of these elements, do log on to our website, publicaccountants.org.au, and find out more today. Thanks very much.